Hi, I'm John Licata with Licata, and I'm with Licata Group. I'm John with Licata Group, and this is Selina with Summit Mortgage, and she's our guest
Hi.
today. Hey, before we get started, I've got two tickets to next Tuesday, the 10th. Fred Nats game starts at 7:05. If you haven't been to a Fredericksburg Nationals game, it's a lot of fun. Plus, you get
Yeah, definitely.
Plus, you get two tickets, two lottery tickets. Heck, you never know. You might win $2,000 on top of that. But it's a lot of fun either way. Both are fun. But all you got to do is comment Fred Nats or call the office. But best to comment Fred Nats. Isn't that
Yes.
what I was told? They told me
I
to
think it
make
was
sure.
it was Go
Comment.
Fred Nats, but I think Fred Nats is good enough.
Fred Nats, go Fred Nats. But there are gifts. They're free. It's a lot of fun. I've been to two games already,
Mm-hmm.
and nothing better than minor league baseball. So I'm with Selena. She's our guest with Summit Mortgage, and Selena, my first question to you
Mm-hmm.
is: I heard yesterday the Fed is going to increase the rates another half a point today.
Yeah.
Just in general, what's going on in the mortgage market?
Yeah, so recently there was a little bit of a raise in the interest we're into the fives, like the mid fives. I don't know if there's going to be a drastic change of 0.5%, like the feds are talking about, but we are predicting it to keep going up and probably end up in the mid to high sixes by the end of the year. So,
Wow, well that's really a change. When I started the
mm-hmm,
year out, I think we were expecting it to go to maybe 3.5, 3 3/4.
mm-hmm, or
Um,
maybe like the low fours
you
at the
know, I,
worst, but
to buyers out there that in that in, in the entry level, first time home buyers,
mm-hmm.
value priced home buyers, that really complicates things for them.
Yeah, it's a bit intimidating for sure because if you just recently got into the home buying market, you're used to seeing rates that were almost half that, when you started to prepare to home buy. But I think for the more experienced home buyers, they would advise you that still it's a pretty standard rate. And with especially in this area, with the appreciation still being predicted for the next like minimum of 5 years, that it's still a good time to buy because you're still going to hold the value in your property.
Yeah, of course, I'm a little older than you and probably most of the people
Yeah, just a
who
little.
might be on today or in the future with our YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
Um, when my wife and I purchased our first home,
Mm-hmm.
so we were first time home buyers.
I won't ask when that
It
was.
was it was 12% was the interest rate.
Yeah, yeah,
It
that's
had been
crazy.
higher. It had been up
Well,
to
the good
sixteen
news
percent.
is it's not going to go that high.
Well, we hope not. We we
Yeah.
we certainly hope not. But if you're a young professional or 35 or
Mhm.
younger, all you've experienced is
Yes,
three,
exactly.
2.5, three. All you've experienced is extremely low, historically low
Historically low,
rates.
yep.
Where the reality is 5% is still
Yeah, standard.
historically low.
Yeah, it's still pretty standard right now. Just from even 5 years ago, I believe it was close to that. So I don't think it really all depends, I think, on affordability and not so much the interest rate. Because
And what does that mean? What do you mean by that?
so basically, if you have the ability to pay your monthly mortgage in your budget, and it's still, you know, um, you can afford to pay your monthly payment, then the interest rate shouldn't be like the main focus on the purchase. I think if you can afford it, might as well invest in an asset because where are you going to live? You're paying an inflation of 8% in rent, which is a lot more than, I mean, that's like $150
Yep.
more a month. And if you really count that, I mean, you're still putting money into something that you own as opposed to paying 100% interest, which is rent. that is due to increase 8% every year.
That's an interesting concept, and I
Right.
heard that recently. It said, when you're paying rent,
Mhm.
you're paying 100% interest.
Yeah, because you're paying someone else's mortgage,
You're paying
and
someone
it's
else's
not going
mortgage.
into your pocket at all. So that's why I said it's more so affordability. Like, what are you able to afford? What are you going to feel comfortable paying every month? And if that is within the realm of what it is, the interest rate shouldn't be the focus, because you have an option to refinance at any point. Because I don't think the rates always just sustain forever. You know, they always do change, and there is going to be a dip at one point, you know, because the market is constantly changing.
So if someone wanted to talk to you about a mortgage, how could they reach you, Selena?
So you can reach me. Of course, I have a Facebook page as well, that they usually tag me in when we're on these videos. So you can, all my contact information is there. Also, my phone number is 412-973-6232. That's directly comes to me. So
Slow it down. You're talking
I
fast.
know. Yeah. So if you want to reach me directly, that's my cell number, and then email is fine as well at skim, like skim milk. Some people skim at summit-mortgage.com.
And slow down your phone number again.
It's 412-973-6232.
All right, that's a little bit
Yeah.
better. So what else is going on that I'd want to comment? It's been a strong few weeks. Certainly, the market and the topic has been interest rates and inflation and interest rates. The last 2 weeks, we sold 5 houses, 8 houses, and already this week, I think we're at 6 or 7 already. So the
Wow.
market is still very strong, but I would tell folks that I am seeing a little bit of, we are seeing a little bit of a shift. I mean, average days on market is 16, 17 days, where it used to be, 4 or 5 days. So it is taking a little longer. Now, why is it taking a little longer? Well, maybe the interest rates a little bit, but 15, 16 days is still still quick. I think some of it has to do with folks maybe overpricing their home to start,
Yeah.
because
I see
I've
that.
seen some price adjustments down with listings, and for probably a 2 or 3 month period, there was none of that. So where folks are saying, well, I hear I can sell my house for well above where they were going well above, they seem to be coming down a little bit. The folks that are pricing it, what I call right, they're the ones getting the multiple offers in
Bidding, yeah.
it moving up. The bidding opportunities, and it's moving up. So there is a little bit of a shift. Those entry level homes, so the entry level price points are struggling a bit, because those are the folks that typically don't have a lot to put down,
Right. Yeah.
and it's taking them a little longer, those buyers a little longer, to get a house to go across the finish line that they're
Right.
getting under contract. It's actually, could be discouraging for them, and I get that. It's discouraging for us when we're writing offers and not helping them get it across the finish line.
Right.
So, but the market is still strong for sellers, and the inventory, I think, has clicked up a little bit. A couple weeks ago, I was just looking in our community, and there were maybe 12 homes for sale. Now there's 25 or 26 homes.
Oh wow. Okay.
So I think 23 this morning. So that's a plus. That's certainly a plus, because inventory is important. And
yeah, that was like the struggle for the past few months.
well, I think anywhere and everywhere.
Yeah.
So just whether you're in Arlington, whether you're in Fairfax, whether you're in DC, whether you're in Stafford, whether you're in Fredericksburg, it's even funny, even segments. So for a while there, I saw Stafford was really hot, and 4 miles down the road in Fredericksburg, it was hot, but not quite as red hot.
Oh wow.
Stafford red
Only
hot,
4 miles.
Fredericksburg, just down the road a little bit, just hot. So it really is important to look at where you're at, and that's
Mm-hmm.
why it's important to have an agent. I know the way we work, to have folks that are really, spot on with the market. They're
Oh
experts
yeah.
of that market. That's sort of how we work here. Um, Outside of the market, there are a couple things going on. These are fun things.
Yes. The
Um,
events.
2 weeks from now, 2 Fridays from now, in Lake of the Woods. I think it's the fourth Friday of the month. There'll be music on the point, which is a lot of fun. If anybody out there, even if you don't live in Lake of the Woods, might be interested in, excuse me, coming to that. There'll be 400 or 500 lawn chairs,
Wow.
30 boats out on the lake, and the best local rock and roll band, typically 60, 50, 60s, 70s, and 80s rock. Um, that's coming up the fourth Friday of the month. Starts at 7 o'clock. Um, on the 10th, there are two things going on. One, here in our office, we're hosting a chamber. They call it Wake Up. It's the Orange County Chamber of Commerce. You're welcome to come to that if you'd like. We'll have a nice hot breakfast here.
Oh wow.
Really hot breakfast, catered by locally owned Clearwater Grill, which is sort of right down the road a little
I
bit.
love their
Food's going to be
yeah.
great. Anybody's welcome to come here, whether you're involved in the chamber or not. It's a mixer. You'll meet some chamber folks. We generally have a nice crowd, nice
Yeah.
crowd here. So you're welcome to that. That's at
What time is
8 to
that?
9:30 on the 10th, and then also on the 10th. And this is the Orange County Sheriff's Department has a subgroup. It's called the Triad, and it's Orange County, but it's also part of Louisa, part of Culpeper. They're having a program. It happens they do 2 programs a year in the county. This happens to be in the church in Lake of the Woods. Um, it's for our senior members of the community. It's about it's a program and topics that are mainly of interest of the older community, the retirees,
Retired.
60 and above, 55 and above, and that's through it's called the Orange County Triad. We're one of the sponsors of it, and so we'll be there. I'm also interested in hearing some of the great speakers that are coming. I had heard yesterday that over 100 people have already signed up.
Oh wow.
That's from 9 to 3 o'clock on the 10th as well, if you just want to Google Orange County Triad. The chamber function, anyone's welcome to come here. Anyone who's a networker or interested in learning about the chamber, or just wants to come by to mix
For
and
breakfast.
mingle for some coffee and some treats and a great breakfast.
And a catered breakfast.
Your great breakfast. And
So for that event you're talking about with the
Triad?
no the music.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so-
called Music at the Point.
Music at the Point, is that like open to the public?
No, it's really for
Is it
guests
exclusive?
guests of the members in Lake of the Woods.
Oh,
But if you want to come, you could
you
be
can
my
be
guest,
guest.
or
Yes.
if one of you guys want to come, you could be our guest. It is fantastic. If the weather is right, it's just a great environment. My wife and I generally go to the clubhouse. We'll get a bite to eat.
Mhm.
We go there about 5:30. Probably about 12 noon time, we've already staked our spot, putting our
Wow.
lawn chairs down, because there'll be literally hundreds. It is loads of fun.
Yeah, sounds
If-
like it.
So you're welcome to come if you want. Just be our guest. Be our
Yes.
guest. Be our guest. Or call Jasmine at the office, and she can talk to you about it. But it's it's a treat to me to go. It's a
Yeah,
campus
I mean,
event
good
for me.
music by the water.
Good music by the
What-
water.
Who isn't gonna
lot
be
of
into
fun.
that?
Lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm just glad that the events are coming back. I think that was something that everybody really missed, is like a lot of the concerts and festivals and things like that because of the pandemic. And
Well, I know even our breakfast that we're having here with the
Yeah.
chamber, we hadn't had it in a couple of years for that
Right.
reason. And
Mhm.
now I'm twice boosted. I'm I'm respectful for
Oh, you got
what's
two
going
times?
on. I'm two times.
Wow.
I'm two times because I'm around a lot of close people. I'm like close to people like
Yeah.
you. I want to make sure I am protected.
Yeah, I didn't even know they had the second one available.
Well, I'm a little older than you. I get an advantage. I
Just a
get
little
an
bit,
advantage.
right?
Well,
Awesome.
thanks for listening, and look forward to seeing you down the road. And Selena, thank you. You have anything you want to
Yeah.
add?
No, I mean, I think I just want to keep encouraging people to buy, just buy and even sell because the market is still really good, like you were just talking about. So,
Market is strong.
yeah,
Market
don't
is
get
strong.
discouraged.
Don't get
Talk to us.
discouraged. Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, I don't know how we close this down. Do you know how to do that? I always need technical support.